Okay, it is Wednesday night, and we are going to try something a little bit different. Tetris just went back online, believe it or not. So the creator made a server, and apparently it works through DreamPie seamlessly. All you have to do is just connect as you would back in the day. Unfortunately, I don't own a legit copy yet, so I'm going to be using a backup. I did order one on Amazon for next to nothing, so hopefully that will arrive in the next week or so. In the interim, let's just try playing this. So, Tetris, don't really need to explain it. I have never played online before, though, so I really don't know what to expect. I also don't really know the lobby settings, so if the first half of this video seems a little bit off, it's just me trying to get my bearings straight. Also, I heard that this server is going to also be hosting Starlancer, which is pretty cool. Now, Starlancer you can play online, but the server that was previously hosting it was a bit off. There's lots of lag, and it caused a lot of problems. So this server apparently has been optimized for dial-up connections, and it's supposed to actually boost the speed of the 56K modem support through the DreamPie. Okay, loading the Next Tetris. I used to play a lot of this for Nintendo back in the day, and then, of course, Game Boy back in the day. And the most recent version I think I played was probably Tetris Worlds on the PS2. But even then, that was, oh my goodness, like, what are we talking about? 13 years ago, maybe? Quite some time. I've never played on PC. Didn't really have any interest. Okay, and what happened here? There we go. Okay, one player game, marathon score, online menu. Let's go here. Connect. Okay, that seems simple enough. So we are just going to connect. The one thing that, I don't know, it's just me. Maybe if they, well, why would they do it? It's kind of silly. But the one thing that I miss is having that old school dial-up connection sound. At least then you could tell where your modem was at in terms of connecting. I know most people find it a bit abrasive, but I do miss it a little bit. Okay, connecting to the internet. Please wait. Another thing I want to try is Sonic Adventure Online. Maybe I'll see if anybody is interested in playing that. I heard that the original website for that game is actually available as well. Okay, online lobby. UGB, I'm already registered. Okay, you just have to have an existing GameSpy account. You can register through... register to your VMU, and then you don't have to worry about registering it ever again. Okay, powered by GameSpy. So let's see who's online here. Okay, synchronizing. Remote player, get ready to play. UGB in Zeden. Okay, cool. I guess there's no introductions. It's just is what it is. I assume there's going to be some sort of penalty for either getting multiple blocks removed or some sort of penalty for maybe making a few mistakes. I'm not sure. And now I did notice a bit of lag, it feels like. I could be off. You win. Oh, interesting. Your opponent is ready in 30. Please continue within 30 seconds. Okay, so here we go. Now, I don't exactly know how I won that game, I'll be quite honest. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. I guess there's no music. That's kind of disappointing. Maybe it's because it's the online mode and they think it's too much to support it. I don't know. You would think that it would just play straight through the straight from the game disc, and you wouldn't have to actually port it online, but I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, I need to get like a long block here somewhere. Oh, here we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh no. Ah, fuck. Whoa.
That's one.
Game over. Okay. Continue. Of course I'm going to continue. Opponent ready in 30 seconds. Now, I guess you can't type to anybody. Synchronizing with remote player. No keyboard support in this game. That's kind of disappointing. I bet you there's a lobby where you can chit-chat with your opponent. Now, it's Tetris, so I didn't really expect too many different button options, but I'm assuming there are ways to optimize your performance. Just because most of these games, when they get reissued, they typically offer something new to the game. Okay. Bang. Got it. Okay. I think I'm supposed to clear the screen before, or at least maybe get down to the last row before my opponent. I'm not 100% sure. Bang. Okay. No. Yeah. Whoa. Take that. Now it looks like there are specialty blocks of some sort, like from different colors, and I assume that allows you different combination options, kind of like a jeweled game or whatever. Okay, let's just do that.
3.
No.
That's 2.
Oh, so close. Oh, man, that sucks. Yeah, of course we're going to continue. Okay, so I have 2 red blocks on my side, and they have a yellow and a green. I don't know what that means. Maybe those are the blocks that I'm supposed to get rid of? I'm going to have to probably do a little bit more research into this game. I was just excited that it came online, which is why I wanted to show everybody a quick demo of what it is all about. And it's Tetris. I mean, there's really not too much to explain. There's been clones. There's been multiple versions of the licensed name on pretty much every console. I don't know a single console that doesn't support some version of Tetris, except for maybe... Okay, I'm building a little bit too much of a tower here. Except for maybe something like the Game Gear, who had columns. But, I mean, we all know columns was just a Tetris clone even back in the day.
Rank up.
I lost. Oh, no. See if anybody else is on. PC Wizard was on for a little bit, but I guess he had to go. That's too bad. Okay. Now, I'm sure that somebody out there is probably going to point out something I'm doing wrong. And by all means, do. I have never really played this version before.
That's one.
I win. Perfect. I think what I'm supposed to do is kill the bottom row. I think that's the object of this game. First one to kill the bottom row wins. Okay, so I have a green, they have a red. That tells me that the green means I won, and the red means my opponent lost. Put that right here, and that right there. Bang. Okay, and it's probably not the best move in the world, but not the worst either. Oh, actually, it was a great move, because watch this. Yes! Okay, so I have figured out the rules of the game. The game is to knock out that bottom row. The first person to knock out the bottom row wins. So much like most of these games that I'm playing, it's typically for the first time. Okay, that looks like a good spot to drop it. I actually still play Tetris semi-regularly on my Game Boy. I refurbished a Game Boy Advance SP. I ended up finding it at a garage sale a few years ago for, I think, $5, but the case was completely smashed. So I just bought one of those replacement cases on Alibaba, and those things are fantastic. They don't quite feel the same 100%, and some of the stickers are just slightly off. But I mean, quite frankly, the alternative is having an original, which most people love, Game Boy case that just looks like dog shit. So I'm quite fine with the replacement cases that are available online. Okay, I'm really in a rough spot, but you know what? My opponent is not doing much better, so yeah, take that. Okay, I think we're going to be able to pull this one out. I think this person realizes I'm a Tetris shark. You know, there are very few games that I feel confident in. Tetris is certainly one of them. And is that a game? Yeah, look at that. 3 in a row. Sorry, Zidane. Okay, we're starting from scratch again. That's cool. So it does not appear as though there's any keyboard support in this game, which is quite disappointing, I have to be honest. Part of my reinvested interest in playing Dreamcast Online is the community. The community is fantastic. I have not met a single, typical game personality that you might find on Xbox Live or PSN or anything like that, just want to kind of bother you and make your gaming experience not so pleasurable. I'm an old man. I don't really have time for kids trolling me. But on Dreamcast, it's fantastic. Everybody is great. Everybody's supportive. Everybody's sharing knowledge. Everybody is sharing game experiences. If you want a game, you can typically find it just by setting up trades with other people that you might have met. I've found a few so far for a really decent price. I've been really impressed with some of the trades and buys that I've had on certain forums. Dreamcast Junkyard for sure. Galaxy Sega is fantastic. I suggest everybody register to that forum if you can. A lot of great people. Also, a lot of good deals, and has something else in there that that I enjoy, but I don't really want to make public because apparently people think it's a legal gray area. But they're fun to participate in as well. Oh no, we're going to time out. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, did we do it? Oh, we didn't time out. What was that little ringing for? Bang. Okay, I'm really doing myself a disservice. Oh no. By not getting rid of this corner here. Oh no. Oh my goodness, you might pull it out. Oh, I am a hurting unit. Unless this person screws up royally, I don't know if I'm going to take that.
That's one.
Oh, no. Okay, Zedon wins. Yeah, of course I'm going to continue. Yeah, so on Facebook, Galaxy Sega is great. Dreamcast Online is another great group to belong to. Dreamcast Junkyard, I mean, there's really nothing I can't say that's amazing about that group and that podcast too. If you're not listening to the Dreamcast Junkyard podcast, I highly suggest it. A lot of information, new and old, on Dreamcast related stuff. It's turned me on to a lot of really cool homebrews recently that I've picked up. They did an episode with the developers of Elysian Shadows, and after hearing how passionate they were about that game, I just had to get it. So I pre-ordered that, and hopefully it comes out soon. I have the utmost confidence that it's not going to disappear. The developers seem really passionate about it. I understand there's a lot of issues on the development side, and I'm not in the world of technology. That's not what I do for a living. But from what I understand, it's kind of par for the course. So I pre-ordered that. I'm really looking forward to it. Another cool thing is I finally got an update from Goat Store regarding my pre-order of Slave, which has been a long time coming. I was getting really frustrated with them. I paid for that game, I don't know how long ago, and it just never came in. I never got any updates. I felt like they kind of made it rip me off, but they sent an update and they said they're just working out some bugs. So I'm totally happy with letting them work out their bugs. And when it's available, I'll get a fully functioning game. Some recent additions, though, are Wind and Water Puzzle Battlers was re-released, and it was re-released. It's still available. If you are interested in it or want to pick it up, I suggest grabbing it. It is pennies. I think it cost €7 Great British Pound. Anyways, really decent price. Even shipping to Canada, it came to a total of, I think it was $17 Canadian to get shipped from the UK to Canada. A legit Dreamcast game, like it's pressed like a legit CD. Oh no. And if you buy the bundle, I think for $9 Great British Pounds, it includes another game called Fruity, which is the one that I ordered. Actually, I ended up ordering it twice, and there's currently a raffle available at Dreamcast Junkyard for my original copy of it. But yeah, for the price, why not? And I actually got the 3-pack of Gunlord and Last Hope, and I can't remember the third game. I just had to get it. I've heard nothing but great things about that 3-pack, and it was a little bit more than I would like to spend, But looks like amazing games. And again, officially like legit pressings, which, you know, you've really got to support stuff when it's not just burned on a CDR. You really don't want to use CDRs in your Dreamcast. The problem is it burns out the laser. You know, it works for a little while, and you can recalibrate your laser if you're handy enough with a soldering iron, but it's not suggested that you do that. And quite frankly, a lot of the games are so cheap that you can get out there, like, why even bother? Just buy the games. But anyways, I don't have to preach about that. So yeah, I've got a lot of homebrews on the go, and I'm really excited about those. Elysian Shadows looks amazing. I never got Pierre Solaire when it was released. I kind of am regretting that to some degree, because I know that's out of print now, and it's probably going to cost a fortune if I ever do want to get it. But it had a lot of mediocre reviews, and I don't have time in my life to just be playing mediocre games. I barely have enough time to play the games that I enjoy. So I let that one slide, and again, kind of kick myself for it, but it is what it is, I guess. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Everything's speeding up. Okay, now I'm in trouble. But I'm sure that a copy will turn up eventually. And hey, if somebody watching this video wants to help me out with a copy, that would be great too. Of course, I'd pay you for it, but if you want to cut me a deal less than the scalpers are charging nowadays. It's the one thing that disappointed me about the Dreamcast is I think I got into it just a bit too late. Actually, I shouldn't say a bit too late, but just on the cusp of it getting popular, like super popular. I know it's always been a coveted system, but I only really got into it a few years ago, and I've noticed that it's been a hot commodity for people that want to flip games now, unfortunately. Originally, I really was interested in the system because the games were so cheap, but it's getting increasingly harder to find deals. But even with that said, I mean, I think the most expensive game nowadays is probably still only going to cost you maybe $300. So that is a lot, but not nearly as fuck, I topped out. But not nearly as much as some games would cost you for other systems. I mean, I have some games for my Nintendo that are absolute dog shit, and they cost a fortune. About 2 years ago, I ended up finding a copy of Action 52 for $3. And as some of you know, that game goes for, I think it's about 350 loose nowadays, and it is awful. There's nothing redeemable about it. Really, the only reason I kept it is because, you know, I was stupid and gullible enough to get that stupid Cheetah Man 2 Kickstarter a number of years ago, back before I really got wise to the Nintendo homebrew community. I was just excited. It was like, oh, wow, a new Nintendo game officially released by Greg Pabich. And then, of course, it was revealed that he pretty much just took a modded version that was available for quite some time with the fixed levels and repackaged it and sold it as his own. And it's, for anybody that wanted a hard copy of the game instead of just playing it on an emulator, the reality is that it's not terribly expensive to
Rank down.
Game over. Shit. Not terribly expensive to flash a game nowadays. You can buy boards for, I think, $6 or $7 on AliExpress. You can buy shells for $10. And that's just individually. If you were to go to Alibaba.com, you could probably buy bulk boards for, probably $3 or $4. So it wasn't as magical as I thought it was when I first got it. And again, the game is dog shit. Like, I got this game that I got the double game too, where it was Cheetahman the Creation and Cheetahman 2. And they're in box, and I guess they look kind of cool, but I can't even remember how much they cost me back in the day when that Kickstarter came out. When was it, like 4 years ago, 3 years ago?
That's one.
Oh, come on. It probably cost me about $160 after all was said and done. And I played it once as a laugh, and that's it. It's just been collecting dust ever since. It looks kind of nice on the shelf, but I haven't even looked up the value. That's how little I care about that game. I typically don't actually look up the values on my games, to be quite honest. I've pared down my collection quite substantially. I've had every system under the sun at some point, and if I don't play it, I don't keep it. So things like my Nintendo 64 collection, got off to a good start with that the last time I tried to get into it, and that was only about 2 years ago. I was at a Goodwill, and there was a bag with some 64 stuff in it. And there was a 64 console with the expansion pack. There was 4 controllers, 4 extension cords. It was the black console. There was also, I think, 5 games in it at the time. And the games were all like F-Zero X. It was Donkey Kong 64, Star Fox 64, Perfect Dark, and what else was in it? I think Mario. Anyways, really good lot, and I think there's a couple of racing games in there too, actually, but I think I sold those just for cost recovery because everything cost me $30. I couldn't believe it. Yeah. Take that. So that was a really good score. I was really happy with that. 3 and 3. Cool. I've had a turbo. Oh, my opponent left the game. I guess he's done. Okay, online lobby. Okay, logging on to the next Tetris lobby. I have a feeling nobody else is online tonight, but let's take a look. Shoebot, rank 65. I assume that is just a bot. All right, well, that was Tetris Online. A lot of fun, actually. Pretty simple. It is exactly what you would expect. It's Tetris, and you're just playing another opponent on Tetris. I haven't had much time to exploit the online options, so there may be some opportunity to configure specific games with maybe some different challenges in it. But, it was a good sort of test of the server. It seems pretty responsive. It did feel like there was a bit of lag, but it's hard to tell. It could just be the controls. So hopefully next time the game is on the Dreamcast Live schedule, more people will join in. It was really easy to configure. Just getting that GameSpy account on. It seemed to have been saved to my VMU. So maybe it was from a different game. Other than that, everything was flawless. So looking really forward to playing Starlancer, actually. I need to get a flight stick. The game works really well with the pad, but I need a flight stick. Until then, it's Wednesday. I'm hoping to play some Phantasy Star Online on Saturday, maybe some Quake 3 on Friday. I think I've been mentioning Quake 3 for 6 months now since I last played it, and I'm just not very good at Quake, so I don't play it that often, but I'm going to try and put it up there. So until next time, take care and hope you enjoyed.